What makes them happy is when one of the orphans, 20-year-old Gusan Mangi, earned a place in the medical faculty. Gusan, who became an orphan when he was 9, was struggling throughout his childhood until he was admitted to the orphanage when he was 12.
Saya sangat senang sekali bisa bertemu dengan Pak Budi dan Ibu. Saya sangat senang tinggal di sini. Saya tidak bisa berterima kasih saya hanya bisa berdoa untuk mereka, karena mereka sangat baik. Mereka tidak hanya mengurus diri mereka sendiri, tapi mereka juga berbagi dengan kami yang membutuhkannya. Bagi anak-anak yang lain yang sangat ingin melanjutkan hidup mereka, terutama sekolah mereka.
Gusan is a source of pride for Budi and Peggy, and he'll be relied upon to take care of the orphanage when they finally have to bid their final farewell one day.
That boy has told me in person, and my wife as well, that he will look after this place on our behalf.
Apabila saya menjadi dokter, nanti saya akan melayani setiap masyarakat dengan baik, terutama yang penuh kasih seperti yang telah Pak Budi tunjukkan pada saya. Saya akan menolong banyak orang.
Budi and Peggy are walking on a long and challenging journey of becoming the guardian and the parents of all their 48 children. And just like all parents, they will not rest until all the children get the best education and are independent enough to chart their own future.
Once they finish the university, we will let them go. And there is no string attached. We're not hoping anything in return from them. And if we can, help them to reach so-called self-sufficiency stage on their own, our goal has been fulfilled. So nothing for us, but at least our efforts has reached its target.
For many of these 48 children, Budi and Peggy have given them a new lease of life and tender loving care which they missed when their real parents walked away from them. But walking away is not an option for both Budi and his wife Peggy, because taking care of the kids has become their lifetime commitment. They get to laugh, play and fulfill their dreams because of them. And they get to be kids just because Budi is their hero.
Ya, mereka lebih dari hero. Mereka punya hati yang mau berbagi dan mengorbankan semua yang mereka miliki hanya untuk menolong kami. Saya rasa mereka cocok sebagai seorang hero untuk masyarakat.
Harapan saya bagi anak-anak di sini, mereka selesai sekolah dan mereka punya masa depan yang bagus. Karena saya mau mereka juga menikmati apa yang saya dan suami dan anak-anak sudah nikmati selama ini. Itu saja.
Everybody can be anything if they are nurtured properly and we are giving them a proper education and giving them also the chance to explore themselves. My wife and I, we will be trying our best to help them, to bring them up to higher pedestal, to higher goals, and also very importantly is to keep them healthy.
In a fast-paced, modern society like Singapore, time just whizzes past for many. But for these lonely aged, the remains of their days seem to be unbearably and aimlessly long. Until 2 dedicated volunteers came into their lives, bringing them some hope and cheer. For more than 25 years, Linda Koh and Michael Chung have been devoting their time, resources and energy to serving destitute elderly folks. Rain or shine, Linda will turn up with a group of volunteers to distribute meals and food rations to 130 impoverished elderly folks in Tiong Bahru, an old public housing estate in the south of Singapore. Thrice a week, these elderly Singaporeans will look forward to not only food, but also some good company from Linda and the volunteers. Life for these aged folks is a lonely existence in their one-room rented flats, as many do not have any family members to look after them. On other days, Linda, a housewife, will busy herself over other aspects such as food collection, organising outings and visiting those elderly who are homebound. And Linda's social consciousness has been much inspired by her late mother.
Because my mother used to have the beggars. Whenever she saw beggars downstairs, she would cook for them, give them. So from young, I learned this from my mother. And I especially like to help the poor, the destitute, and those without any next of kin. Time is well spent because I know that I'm doing a wealthy cause.
Over the years, Linda has inspired some 40 volunteers to join in her course and share her conviction. Among them is Lim Chin Ha, who has been working alongside with Linda for more than 15 years.
我觉得我们Tiong Bahru的这一区的老人相当幸福的，因为Linda照顾到他们真的是无微不至，精神上、物质上他都尽量帮忙，甚至有些他们还把他们的身后事啦，甚至他们的银行的存款啊，都要托付他，能够取得到他们的这样的信任的很少。
Beyond care and friendship, Linda also imparts new skills to the elderly women. Hoping to reach out to the lonely seniors in the early 1980s, she started a sewing class. Many of the participants were Samsui women. These women, who wore a distinctive red headgear, were early Chinese immigrants who worked at the construction sites in Singapore. Initially, it was challenging for Linda to get these women, who were used to lifting earth and bricks, to pick up a needle and thread. But when their handicrafts were sold at a charity fair and their painstaking efforts recognized by the First Lady of Singapore, they were greatly motivated to carry on. Although most of the 30 Samsui women are no longer around today, another group is carrying on the good work. These women, who come from another part of the estate, have been sewing Samsui dolls designed by Linda. The dolls are meant to keep the memory of these special, strong Chinese women alive. In addition to the dolls, quilts and toys are also made with a sense of purpose and love. 82-year-old Madam Lim Ai Chu is a great-grandmother who wants to do her bit for charity. She's been sewing with the group for over 20 years and still enjoys the fruit of her labor.
很有意义，尤其是我们每年去那个Takashimaya那边卖的时候，真的心里很兴奋，看到很多东西能够销出去啊，心里很满足。
At a charity fair in 2009, Linda's stall raised over $2,000. Not a big sum by commercial standards, but the joy and satisfaction it has brought to the seniors is immeasurable. Another volunteer who gives generously with his big heart is Michael Chung. Having grown up in a poor family, Michael could empathize deeply with the less fortunate. When he started his electronics trading company, Le Champ, in 1982, he resolved to do something to help the poor, especially the elderly, whom he feels has little time left to enjoy their life.
Being a new businessman and short of money, and I was thinking, should I concentrate on my business, do well, then maybe I can come back and I can do whatever I want. But on second thought, a businessman will never have enough money because whatever you earn, you have to plow back. So the decision was very easy. If I want to help, I have to do it now.
As he gave to the poor, his company also prospered over the past 20